Good morning, everybody. Joe Ciaccio here. Happy Monday to everybody. Woo, where do I start today? Brought on 3 agents about 2 months ago. They came to the office and they said, Joe, I only do final expense. I really don't know if I want to do anything else. Had a long talk, kind of drew them a picture of what they could do if they wanted to start offering Medicare or Medicare Advantage. They thought that you had to go through all this testing and you had to fly to Africa to get your license and you had to wake up every morning at 4 o'clock to start studying. They realized that they had to get certified with the insurance carriers, which gives them the opportunity to discuss Medicare Advantage and Part D. Since then, they've done it. Out of the 3, one has already made 1 sale when he came to the Medicare Advantage. He said, Joe, I wish I'd have known this a long time ago. I wish I'd have met you years ago, because the secret to any business is different streams of income. With us, it's life insurance, final expense, Medicare, Medicare Advantage, Medicare supplements, hospital indemnity plan. All of these things you have available to you. And since you have these available to you at your fingertips, and if you don't have it, I've got it for you when you go to somebody's house. These are things you need to start speaking about when you go to somebody's house. Now let's talk about Medicare Advantage. Yes, you have to do certifications. Yes, you must do them every year to have the opportunity to offer to your clients and to make your renewals. I take none of your commission. Your commission is whatever CMS says your commission is whatever you make. The renewals you get come from CMS. I don't touch it. You get the full pop, whatever they get. If you want what that is, get with Jay. He'll send it to you. Okay? Now, what ends up happening is that agents are afraid to get out of that comfort zone. They're in that little boat, a little rowboat. There's no waves. There's no nothing. There's no sharks swimming around them. So what happens is that they're afraid to rock the waters. Now, this is what I will tell you, I will promise you is going to happen to you if it hasn't happened to you yet. If you go into a home and you do not offer or discuss with them the things that you offer, somebody else is going to come behind you and most likely steal whatever you wrote that client, because most clients would rather have just one insurance agent. Agent who can do their Medicare, their final expense, something for their grandchildren, an accidental plan, because they'd rather pick up one phone, call one person to have them answer all the questions. This is why doing different things with your license is smart for you. Okay? Now, let's say you own a jewelry store. You got a jewelry store and you're selling just costume jewelry. And people start coming in, they start asking you, do you sell diamonds? Yes, I do. So now you've probably got to get a couple people to ask you, do you got diamonds? You got diamonds, before you take money out of your savings account to have an inventory to start showing that. So somebody buys a diamond ring from you, and now for whatever reason one of the prongs breaks. You have to have an actual jeweler on your staff or send it out to have them fix it. What if they come in and they want to get a fancy pair of earrings? What if some guy wants a pinky ring? If you do not have what that person wants when they come knock at your business door, you know what they're going to do? They could go somewhere else. So these are things you need to start thinking about, because it's business. The bottom line for any business is making money. The harder you work, the more you learn, the more things you take advantage of, the more opportunity you're going to have people come knock at your door and say, yes, tell me about what you got to offer. Now, what ends up happening is that you're in somebody's house and you offer them a final expense plan for $15,000. Have you thought about offering them an accidental rider with that plan? What if these people are just 60 years old and they've got some grandkids? Have you ever asked them, do you have any life insurance on your grandchildren? It's available, this plan, for you. Some of the plans has health questions for grandchildren. Some carriers do not have health questions. Got to go to the agent manual, look that stuff up, print it out. So when you're visiting with a client and a client tells you, my grandson has this, this, and this, you're going to know, okay, this is a carrier I need to put him with. How many of you guys have talked about doing mortgage protection? Mortgage protection is just a term life insurance policy. Have any of you told people that you do buy-sell agreements? Two partners in a business, both married, don't want their spouses to come in and be their partner when the partner passes away. They do a buy-sell agreement where they take out X amount of dollars of term life insurance. So when and if that person passes, the wife of the deceased gets X amount of dollars. In return, the wife gives the living partner all of the shares, and now he owns 100% of the company. For three people, same thing, a third and a third and a third. I want you guys to sit and think about, what can I do to make more income? The only way to do it is start talking about yourself. You have to let people know what you do. When you go out to have dinner with your friends and say, hey Joe, what are you doing? I'm an insurance agent. Well, you may say that, but what about if you think about this here? Joe, what are you doing now? I've got an agency I've got some agents that work with us, and what we offer is final expense, life insurance, Medicare, accidental plans, and things for kids. You've given them an idea of what you do instead of just saying, I'm an insurance agent. Do it and do it. And I harp on this here because agents have called me when an agent has gone behind them and flipped their business. So then I asked the agent, have you discussed this with your client of all the different things you do? One agent told me, well, no, Joe. She just wanted final expense. That may be so, but you got to plant a seed with these people. Let them know if you need this down the road. If you need that down the road, if your cousin or mother needs it. You go to somebody's house who's 63 years old, who's still working, you know they don't need a Medicare plan. Yet, I do it. I do Medicare. So when you turn 65, you give me a call. I'll be more happy to take care of you. And by the way, if any of your friends, cousins, brothers, sisters, aunts or uncles or neighbors are turning 65 and they discuss it with you, tell them about me. Tell them about me. I would love to help them out. You cannot be shy on what you do. You must let people know what you do, because if you don't say what you do, Jack Skaggs going to come behind your back, because Jack is no secret agent. Jack lets everybody know what he does. That's why Jack, amongst others, are very successful in our arena, because they talk and discuss what they do. Now, that's it about Medicare. If you want to know more about Medicare Advantage, Medicare supplements, call the office, either speak to me, Heather, or Jay. We'll explain it to you, let you know all the ins and outs within reason. I'm not going to be on the phone for 4 hours. And then from there, we'll get you set up to where you can start thinking about what you want to do. Now, let's talk about a couple things when it comes to final expense changes that have taken place that some of you may not know. Let's talk about prosperity. Prosperity used to be age 50 to 80. They've increased it to age 55. So now it's 55 to 80. Americo, 40 to 85. They specialize in somebody had a heart attack a little bit over a year ago. You're going to get immediate benefits, and it automatically comes with an accidental rider built into their premiums. Liberty Bankers, ages 18 to 80. So if you got a young man who is 35 years old and just has a bad medical history because of his parents, you're going to underwrite him if he's 65 years old. So you go to some companies that have people less than 50, the underwriting questions are much tougher, much harder, and they're not as lenient. So if you're looking for a company that is lenient for somebody who's under 50 or 40, consider Liberty Bankers, because they have what it takes for you to get a policy issued and paid. Now, agent talked to me Saturday. He called me Saturday. He said, Joe, I got a quick question. Can you answer me? He says, yes. He says, you said something about Transamerica non-med. Want you guys to put this in the calculator up here. Transamerica says if you have a client who's the age of 18 to 55, they will give your client a non-med term or a non-med living benefit term up to $2 million. So you got a guy 35 years old, he wants $1 million worth of coverage. He doesn't want to get any blood or urine for whatever reason they want to give you. Say, no problem, I got a company that will give that to you. So 18 to 45 is $2 million non-med. 46 to 55 is $1 million non-med. Now, if you got a client that is 56 to 60 and they want non-med, we got to jump ship and go to Lincoln Financial. They can only give you up to $500,000, yet it's non-med, and it's a very quick application and very quick product. Okay. Prosperity. If your client does not smoke cigarettes, he can get a non-smoker rate. If your client smokes cigars, he can get Prosperity non-smoker rate. If he's an occasional cigar smoker, 1 or 2 a month, okay, they can get non-smoker rates with Mutual and also AmAm. There's probably other ones, but these are the 2 I got on my notes here, okay? All of this stuff I have in our agent manual, which is in the back office. You just joined us, you didn't get the email how to get into it. Give Jay a call at the office, he'll point you in the right direction, so you can print out all the cheat sheets, so when you're sitting with a client, you can go through the cheat sheets and know everything you have to know to make a sale. Okay, now, one thing here, a client of mine came in and wanted some life insurance. Known the client for a very long period of time. Her family have got Medicare from me, Medicare Advantage, they've got life insurance, they've gotten an array of different things from me. She comes in and says, Joe, I need to get some life insurance. I said, okay. How's your health? Fine. No heart attack, no Joe. It's the same as always been. I take a blood pressure medication. I no longer take my actual diabetic medication, but I'm fine. I said, okay. So, write her up, declined. Huh. I said, damn, it don't make sense. Write another carrier, declined. And I said, something's not right. This lady's got no reason to tell me anything other than the truth. I've known her for probably 15 years. Been doing everything for her and her whole family. Her husband, her grandkids. So what ends up happening, I think, doctors do not tell their clients, their patients, everything in detail. Because that patient, client, may be a little bit of a worrywart. And that worrywart happens to bother some people more than others. Some people can get cancer, they say, to hell with it, I don't care, I'm going to fight it, battle it, I'm going to hit it head on. Some people go into a state of depression. Oh my God, why this happened to me? I don't believe this here, what am I going to do? I'm going to die. Everybody's got different spectrums on how they feel and how they can handle certain medical issues that are happening. So I called up one of the carriers that she was declined on, and I said, tell me, how are you getting your information? I know it's the MIB. She says, well, what we use is Milliman, and Milliman will get them their prescriptions and their medical history. I said, okay. So I said, so you're telling me this, and this? She says, yes. She says, we know a lot about all clients. It's different than it was years ago. So if you have a client who was declined or given a graded, and they felt that it's not them, I'm going to give you an email address to send it to, okay? Incorrect, not an email. I'm going to give you a website for you to go to, plug in the information to find out. I did it for myself last Thursday. I'm going to see what happens within the next couple of weeks. The website is RX Histories, RxHistories.com, RX Histories, plural.com. You go there, you fill out some information, probably ask you about 7-8 questions, hit submit, and they say they're going to send me a detailed report on what's on their files. Now, can your client dispute that, fight it, whatever? I don't know. I've had clients try to do it with MIB, and they weren't too successful. So this may be a different way. Hopefully it's a way that you can at least talk to your doctor and say, Doc, it has over here, you reported I've got this, this, and this. You never told me. And the doctor, either you're going to catch the doctor saying, well, I don't want to say it because you're a worrywart, or the doctor may have told the client. Some clients within the doctor's office, their body, their heart, and soul is there, yet their mind is kind of flattering out there because sometimes they don't want to hear that bad news. Okay? I got a lot of guys that I grew up with who don't want to hear bad news. As men, we feel if we don't listen to it and we don't address it and we let it go, it will go away. Well, that's only in the movies. So with that said, you need anything from us, call me. You want to start Medicare, you want information on Medicare Advantage, Medicare supplements, anything you need. You want mortgage protection companies, you need more final expense, you need a hospital indemnity cancer plan, we have it all here. Okay, so one-stop shop. You need an annuity, everything we have here. This is what I do for you guys, and in return, I use all this stuff myself. I am not going to sit in my office and just offer final expense. I did that 25 years ago when I started because I knew no different. Today, times are changing. Competition's getting a lot tougher out there. People are coming behind you and taking your business. Take control of your life. Take control of your clients to where they'll stay with you forever. Make it a great day, guys. We appreciate you. Love you. Call us. Here's the number right here when you want to call and talk to Jay, Heather, or me. Be good. Bye-bye.